The place you are viewing right now is Japan. Japan is the 11th most populous country in the world, as well as one of the most densely populated and urbanized. Japan is a highly diverse place, more than we recognize, with many varied cultures. The culture of Japan has changed greatly over the millennium, from the country's prehistoric Roman period to its contemporary modern culture, which absorbs influence from Asia and other regions of the world. Japan's unique culture is a fascinating blend of old and new, with deeply rooted customs and a continuously evolving lifestyle. Japan is both proudly traditional and ultra-modern. This is a nation that celebrates its strong cultural identity, from food and everyday etiquette to art and education.
Japanese cuisine's wasashi offers an abundance of gastronomical delights with a boundless variety of regional and seasonal dishes. Restaurants in Japan range from mobile food stands to century-old road ties, astronomical drinking places, and seasonal erect terraces over rivers, cheap chains, food shops, and unique themed restaurants about ninjas and robots. Many restaurants are specialized in a single type of dish, while others offer a variety of dishes. Some of these dishes include tempura, which are lightly battered, deep-fried seafood and vegetables. Introduced to Japan during the 16th century by Portuguese in Nagasaki, tempura has developed over the centuries into a popular dish both inside and outside Japan. Tempura can be found in many types of restaurants across the country, where it is commonly served as a main dish, a side dish, or as a topping for tendon rice bowls or udon noodles and soba noodle dishes. Another famous Japanese dish is nabe, which is a term used to describe Japanese hot pot dishes as well as hot pots itself. Nabe is a popular winter dish that is typically cooked and eaten at the table. Common ingredients found in nabe include vegetables, mushrooms, meat, and seafood. The liquid in the hot pot is either a seasoned and flavorful bloth, which is cooked ingredients and doubles as a soup base, or a simple and light broth, which is only used to cook the ingredients. Popularly eaten at home, hot pot dishes are also served at restaurants or as part of a Rokkan diner. Japan's most famous Japanese dish outside of Japan is one of the most popular dishes among the Japanese is sushi. In Japan, sushi is usually enjoyed on special occasions such as a celebration. In past centuries, sushi referred to as pickled fish preserved in vinegar. Nowadays, sushi can be defined as a dish containing rice that has been prepared with sushi vinegar. There are many different types of sushi. Some popular are nigiri, ganka, and naramaki.
Japan is an amazing tourist destination as it offers many unique experiences that you would not find in any other part of the world. It is a unique compound of traditional and modern, with many temples and buildings from the past coexisting with modern achievements in agriculture and technology. Without a doubt, Japan's most recognizable landmark, majestic Mount Fuji, is also the country's highest mountain peak, towering 3,776 meters over an otherwise largely flat landscape to the south and east. This majestic and fabled mountain is tall enough to be seen from Tokyo, more than 100 kilometers away. Mount Fuji is climbed by more than 1 million people each summer as an act of pilgrimage, which culminates in watching the sunrise from its summit. Tokyo's most famous landmark, the Emperor Palace, with its beautiful 17th century parks surrounded by walls and moats, is a must-see when visiting the nation's capital. Don't be put off by the fact that the majority of the palace is closed off to the public. It's still in use by the Emperor family, as there is still enough to see simply by strolling the grounds. In addition to the many fine views of the palace from numerous points in the surrounding parkland, visitors are permitted into the East Higashikyon Garden and other areas that are open to the public as part of an organized tour. Visited by more than 1 million people each year, many from overseas, Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park lies at the epicenter of the atomic blast in what was once a bustling part of the city. Here you'll find a number of important monuments, memorials, and museums relating to the events of that fateful day. While little needs to be said here of the horrors of the atomic bombing of Hiroshima in August 1945, Much can be said of the incredible efforts this vibrant city has made to commemorate the many victims of the world's first nuclear attack. Perhaps even more importantly, Hiroshima has become a symbol of lasting peace.
Another variable important to Japan is anime. Though anime is enjoyed and watched globally, its roots find itself in Japan. By definition, anime is simply Japanese animations created by computer or hand. Anime is often thought to have originated in the early 20th century. The style of anime most people are familiar with took off in 1960 with one of Japan's most prominent anime artists, Osamu Tezuka. He is leading the path for other artists to showcase their work domestically and internationally. The impact that anime culture has had on Japan is so great that it birthed the otaku subcultures, which include role-playing, computer gaming, and cosplaying. All of these hobbies have a huge following both in Japan and internationally. In Japan, anime is such a large influence. You can find statues or other landmarks and sites decorated to the anime culture and their creators. For instance, Oda Abe visitors will be greeted by a monstrous life-size Gundam at the entrance of the building, which hosts a small indoor theme park decorated to the popular anime series.
The town of Akihabara, located near the heart of Tokyo, houses many shops and anime-related venues. The streets of Akihabara are lined with shops selling specialty goods, manga, video games, and other anime-themed exhibits and souvenirs. It buzzing with anime fans browsing the latest merchandise and visiting their favorite themed cafes. Because of its tremendous popularity and following in Japan, there are anime-related conventions that take place in Japan annually. The biggest of them all, Anime Japan, had over 100,000 attendees in just 3 days. With many anime-related booths and events, any anime lover will find themselves immersed in anime utopia with like-minded anime fans. Some of the most popular animes include Demon Slayer, Death Note, and Tokyo Ghoul. Japan is filled with some of the most unique sights, beautiful landscapes, and amazing wildlife that can only be found in Japan.